This has been one of the most requested videos from YouTube comments, DMs, and my clients, so thank you everyone for the feedback. I really do appreciate it and always read all the comments. In this video, I'll explain how to connect with people either through LinkedIn or email to get referrals, informational interviews, or just connect with high-level executives and grow your network. I'm literally going to give you the word-for-word script that you can use that I share with all of my clients, and I'm going to break down exactly why this email script works so well. If this video is helpful, please click subscribe down below for more free weekly career content. So the word-for-word networking script that I give to all of my clients was actually created by Ramit Sethi, author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. All of his networking scripts are actually in a free PDF that you can download, so I'm going to put that link down in the description. Unfortunately, I am not sponsored by him and his team. I'm just a huge fan of his work and the value that he provides. And I've personally used these networking scripts myself to great success, so why reinvent the wheel? Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through Ramit's networking script, and this is actually the template that I recommend right here. So I'm going to break down all of the different elements in this networking email and explain why it's so effective. First, let's talk about your display name up here. Now, if you're messaging someone through LinkedIn, you don't have to worry about this, but if you are going to be sending someone an email, make sure that it is your full name and don't leave it as your email address, especially if it won't be evident who you are, because they may see it come through their inbox and assume that you're actually spam. So if you are a Gmail user, you're going to want to go over to Settings and then click See All Settings. Then go over to Accounts and Imports. And then down here you can see Send Email As. So you're going to want to make sure that it's your full name. Alright, next let's break down the subject, which is probably the most important part of your email. This will determine if they open up your email or accept your LinkedIn request, so pay very close attention here. Your subject should be short and attention-grabbing. The more powerful or influential the person, the more you'll need to use an endorsed referral. So depending on who you're trying to network with, you may have an extra prior step where you'll need to first network with and become friends with someone this person trusts and get them to refer you to them. Very similar to what you see in the template here, after you name drop the person who referred you, you now have to actually write your introduction. Now this introduction that Ramit gives you in the template is okay, but you really want your introduction to be something that they actually care about, right? Like, why should they keep reading the rest of your email? What's in it for them? So this part right here where they're explaining that they're a student, you know, this person unfortunately doesn't really care who you are, at least not yet. So I would actually recommend you put your purpose after you list the person that referred you. So this I would recommend you put up top. Then you can explain who you are. Now, the next key thing to notice here is that they're offering a time limit that is very short and convenient. From my testing, I can tell you that 10 minutes is the perfect recommendation. And don't worry if you think it's too little time, because if the call goes really well, then they can actually end up talking with you for a whole lot longer. Another good point that Ramit makes here is noting the time zone differences. Make sure you cater to them if you aren't in the same time zone. So don't only list what time zone you are in, make it very easy for them to look at their calendar and immediately book something. You don't want them to try and calculate what time that is for them, and basically you're going to be adding additional hurdles and effort that may deter them from actually networking with you. Another thing that I really like in this template is that there is one all-day option, which will be a huge differentiator for you. Now, I have noticed that most people will usually pick this day to call you since they don't actually have to check their calendar at all. So make sure you truly are free that entire day and be ready to move or cancel any plans that come up before this person reserves time with you. Ideally, this should be like a Friday or a Saturday or Sunday. Remember, rescheduling reduces the chances you both actually connect by more than 50%. And remember, this is only a 10-minute call, so in the worst case scenario, you'll just have to step out and take the call and then go back to whatever you were originally doing. Oh, now this part here at the bottom is a subtle but effective psychological tactic that I use even in my day job as a recruiter. And this is giving the other person higher status and showing that you will cater to them. Now, I do recommend that you give your phone number, but remember, this also means that you should be ready to answer any and all phone calls that you get for the rest of the week that you send this email. Even if your phone says warning, spam call, it could actually be this person trying to get a hold of you, and you don't want to play phone tag with that person. Now, the last thing that I want to point out here about this messaging template is that this template never once mentions that they want a referral or a job. This is super important and one of the keys to successful networking. Never ask first. Always try to help and impress them first, then have them offer you some help. All right, so there you have the best word-for-word networking script that you can use to help grow your network and meet powerful, influential people. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like down below, subscribe for more free career content, and I'll see you in the next video.